All right, so I love to see how many new creators are out there making various pickleball content, right? And sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's very serious, but I love seeing that there's new stuff out there. Now, one of the things I've been noticing lately has been people talking about the technique they should use when hitting forehands. I'm not talking about a forehand volley or a forehand dink, even a forehand drop for that matter, but like a powerful forehand. And this could be a forehand drive that you hit from the back of the court, could even be a forehand serve, right? A sort of regular serve. And I'm seeing some information out there that it's not the best. It's not the best. Let me clarify what they're talking about and why it might not be ideal. Okay, so the thing I'm seeing a lot of has to do with hitting forehands, right, either as ground strokes or often as serves. And the suggestion here is that as you hit that forehand, right, that you should rotate around, that this back leg comes around as you hit, right? If I'm hitting a real serve, it might look like this. Can you hit a serve like that? Yes. Should you hit a serve like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. It doesn't mean you can't. Our very good friend, Frank Anthony Davis, he serves like that, and he's a very good pickleball player. So it's not like it's wrong to do it this way. But it's not the most efficient way. It's not the most efficient way to, as you swing, to have that back leg come around. Miss the serve. And here's why. So first off, let's think about balance. And let's think about a fairly common human activity, walking. When you walk, assuming you're a walker, someone who walks around, and assuming you walk like most people who walk, right, you will notice that just naturally, what goes on with your upper body matches what's going on with your lower body, except they're opposites, right? So when I walk forward to you, as my left leg goes forward, my right arm goes forward. Same thing if I'm going backwards, right? We get this opposite action happening. But we do that because it's balanced, right? As that bottom half starts to go forward, right? As my bottom half starts to go forward, this left side goes across to act as a counterbalance, right? They're matching each other, they're just opposites. Try walking with your right leg and right arm going in unison, right? Try doing one of these walks, right? Doesn't feel very natural, doesn't feel very comfortable, doesn't look very comfortable. Can you do it? Yeah. But does your body want to do it? No. That's a little bit what happens when we serve and we're advocating for that back leg to come around at the same time that we're swinging, right? When I swing my arm forward and my right leg comes forward at the same time, right? That's a lot like walking with your right leg and your right arm swinging forward at the same time. Right? Is it possible? Yeah. But it's not a very balanced way to do it. But there's another reason why this isn't great technique. Okay, so I managed to find this elastic band here at Swing. Actually, several elastic bands together, but that's fine. So, what do we use elastic bands for? Well, lots of things, but I like to shoot them at people. And if you want to shoot your elastic band and make it go far or make it go fast, well, you need to create tension here, right? Because then when that tension releases, then it goes. Well, your muscles are a lot like elastics. That's why you stretch, right? They're more elasticy, they're more flexible, right? They're more flexible. Muscles are a lot like elastics. And it's important if we want to be able to generate power easily that we can create that stretch, right? If there's no stretch, then when you shoot it, you get nothing. We want to create that stretch. Now, how do you create that stretch when you're serving with your muscles? Let me show you. As I'm getting ready to serve or as I'm getting ready to hit my forehand drive, if the upper body and the bottom part of my body sort of separate, they act independently, that's how we create that stretch, right? As I rotate through here, right, we call this a pre-stretch here, right? I'm creating some stretch on this side, and then as that stretch releases, right, that's where the power comes from. Now what happens is if this bottom leg or this back leg, as I'm swinging forward here, right, we never get that tension happening, right? So we need some separation here, right? And yeah, it's fine if that back leg comes forward after the fact, after contacts happen. It's sort of like a follow through, right? You allow it to happen. But it's after the fact. We want that separation between the top half and the bottom half because that's where all that juicy power is. Juicy power, juicy power, juicy power. So you can smack those balls with very little effort. Now we talked about this mainly in terms of hitting forehands, whether it's a forehand serve or a forehand ground stroke, right? Creating that separation, upper half and lower half. But it's also important when we hit backhands. Imagine if as I get ready to hit my backhand, I go forward like this too, right? The left side of the upper body and the left side of the lower body, they're moving at the same time, so we're not getting that nice separation where the power is. So what's better? Well, what's better is as I'm sideways and coiling, that this rotation can happen, right? I create that stretch, I allow the power to come, and then this back leg comes forward after the fact. Looks like this. So I'm not advocating that the back legs stay back, right? We want to allow it to come forward, but it's after the fact. If we use it at the same time as contact, we're not getting that great elastic action.